Hello, this is Donald Brooks, and I want to start out by saying that if you are a regular visitor to my program, I say a lot of things about various subjects, but I have to say this: I am not an expert on anything. I hope I'm not coming across because I have some very strong views on this subject, but they're just my views. So, okay, I've said that. Now let's get into it. We're going to entitle this, "What do you mean, make America great?" Okay? I'm not a person that knows that much about politics. I think I've said before, I'm just like most people. And that is, I just know a little bit, not very much, not an expert at all. But I want to say this. I'm very concerned, as we all should be, about the climate in this country. I've been around for a while, and I can honestly say, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me, that this country has been more divided since, well, maybe the Civil War. Of course, I wasn't around during the Civil War, but it was really divided then. And the question is, why is it divided? I don't have the answers, and I'm not taking any sides, north, south, conservative, liberal, Republican, Democrat. Although I have very personal views on that, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is code words. You've heard the saying, "Make America Great Again." Well, when was it great? When did it stop being great? And if it was great, who was it great for? I don't think there's been a time in America where America was great for all Americans. So when a person says that, I think they're talking about what really pleases them, what they're happy about, and America's great for them. But America is mixed with all types of people, and that's what makes it great. So that's a code word, make America great again. This is what I believe, and that means let's keep things the way they used to be. Let's not change things. They're working for me. Hooray for me. Tough luck for you. There was a song at years and years and years ago, and if you're old enough to remember it, at the dawn of rock and roll, by in my opinion, the greatest rock and roll singer ever, Chuck Berry. And in one of his early songs, he said, "Hail, hail, rock and roll, deliver me from the days of old." And what he meant by that is it's a new day. When rock and roll became popular, there was old people. "Oh, this is the devil's music. We're going to the devil. I can't believe our kids can't listen to this kind of mess." Well, as you know, we got by rock and roll, and a lot of us embraced it. And America's still here. But the point I'm trying to make is every generation has its own thing. America has gone through many generations in my lifetime. But I feel that in every generation, you need to embrace what's good and put aside what's bad. And I think, I don't want to get into a definition of what's good and what's bad, but I think what's good for all Americans is racial equality, racial harmony, class harmony, all those things. We have been divided. We need to get back together. As I said, I'm not going to pick on any one political party, but I think we can say that America has never been this divided since probably the Civil War. There was a movie, and I love it. I love the movie. And I want to quote a line out of that movie. It was called "In the Heat of the Night." Talked about it very often. And if you'll just indulge me, let me just sum it up right quick. Sidney Poitier is a black man. He's marrying a white woman. And not only was the white woman's family alarmed about it, surprised about it, but so was his family, the black family. His father came from another generation. He was a mailman. He worked hard to get Sidney Poitier to be educated, which he did. He was successful at that. And he said, how dare you go against what we've tried to do for you? Here you are. By the way, this movie was made in 1967, and it's dated, but it's still pertinent, I think, to a certain degree. So he says to his father is chastising him about getting ready to marry, preparing to marry this white woman. So Sidney Poitier is listening to his father chastise him, being very respectful, as a father would be to his son, as a son should be to his father, forgive me. But after a while, he felt an obligation to speak his mind about the situation. And what he said was this: he's saying this to his father, and remember, Sidney Poitier thought the world of his father, but he also knew that he and his father was miles apart, different generations. And here's what he said. I love the movie. You got to watch it. You and your whole lousy generation believes the way it was for you is the way it's got to be. And not until your whole generation has laid down and died will the dead weight be off our backs. Powerful. We've got to move away from the status quo, as Chuck Berry said, the days of old. And I know I'm going to get a lot of mail about this, and this is a general term, but the powers that be, for the most part, are rich, old, fat, white men pulling the strings. We got to get away from that. We have a new generation, black, white, young, black, white, mainly young, women, men. We need to realize what we're about and come together. I don't have the answers. I'm just saying things that I think need to be said and things that we all probably agree on. Okay, that's it for now. You got to tune in again. I'll be back.